Hi y'all, welcome to Beaten Crazy Custom Creations. I'm Miss Frances and welcome to part 2 of the resin clocks. This is going to be the beach clock and I'm just winging it because I don't know really what I want to do. I took both my leveling mats, and I'm probably going to have to scoot you back because I can't scoot the mats. Okay. I took both of my leveling mats and tried to level them together so that I'd have a little more stability on this tray and maybe the top wouldn't fold like it did last time. I think it's because my table wasn't level. Okay. So, I made the numbers out of UV resin and glow-in-the-dark colors, and I made them at a different time. Right now I have some epoxy already pumped, and I need to get that mixed up. I don't really know if I'm putting colors in it or not. And this should have been set on my heat mat for a while because it's got lots of bubbles. It's cold. So I should have set it on my heat mat for a while. And I may have to. I took some sand that Miss April sent me, which I'm not sure. She probably got it. She might have got it from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure, really. But I'm going to stir this for about, let's set my timer. Stir this for about 5 minutes and get it stirred up good. I did get some stuff out for my waves. I've got other stuff that I thought about putting in the... I had some little bitty fish. I mean, little plastic fish that I got from Hobby Lobby. But everything's turned backwards. So when I turned the little fish upside down, they stuck up higher than the clock. So they would not work. So I'm going to put some sand in here, kind of over... It's kind of going to go over some numbers. I want to make sure that I get this resin under the numbers. This is kind of in a hurry. I didn't realize it was already 4 o'clock. I was down here setting numbers, and I took and flipped my mold over and measured and put some... painted some lines on the back of them where the 9, the 3, the 12, and the 6 should go. So, I should have just waited on this epoxy. I could pour it in something else and come back down later. I got a pot of beef stew going upstairs. Dang, that's got a lot of bubbles. Yeah, I might have to run this through the debubbler. I didn't think it had that many bubbles in it. But because it's cold, and I guess I could turn my heat mat on for a little bit. Get my little heating thing out and set it on there and see if I can heat it up a little bit. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal. And after I did it, I looked at the time and I'm like, oh crud, that's why my dog's up there whining. Because it's time for them to eat. And, I need to go up there and check my beef stew, but I got this epoxy here that's got to be mixed up. So I thought about putting just random. I don't want it like in a straight line. I just kind of randomly want to put some sand down here at the bottom. And I took the sand because it was, let me show you, because it's so light. I didn't quite want it that light, so I took some Segwong light brown alcohol ink, and I colored it to make it a little darker. And now, as far as fish, I just I'm kind of on the fence here. I don't really know what I want to do, honestly. I have some holographic ones that I think would look cool in there. I did get my casting craft down to try and make some white. Maybe make some waves. I don't know. I may not make the waves because I'm probably going to have a hard enough time just trying to keep these numbers down. And what I might do is pick them up each individually, dip them in the resin, and lay them back down. And then pour my resin and hope that they'll stay in place, because otherwise I'm going to be down here all night babysitting it. Man, it's got so many bubbles in it. As it's cold, I should have heated it up. Did this in a hurry. I may pour this in something else. Oh, and yes, I forgot. Hold on. Let me get that done real quick, and I'll pour that mold. And I'll mix me some more up after I put them on the heat mat and let them heat up a little bit. Yeah, I've stirred it for 5 minutes. Okay. Now, I'm going to say these are little dragons. Those are little dragons. And I know you can't see them. That light's too bright. Hold on here. I forgot to turn my... I was in a rush here and didn't get anything set up like it should be. Oh, that one's not plugged in. Let's turn this one down some. Let's see, with that big light on, you cannot see it. Alright. They're little dragons. And then this one is a skull, but I don't remember which skull. So I may go ahead and pour that bubbly stuff in there. Spray this with some alcohol and pour it. Let that set up, and then come back down and warm my epoxy up, and come back down here and get some more. Cause dang, I don't want to use real bubbly epoxy. This one's got a lot of little like skulls in there. Alright. I'll move you over here. I'm going to pour it over here. And because this is just way too bubbly to use. I have some other molds down there too, but they kind of have some not so nice sayings on them. So they're keychains, and I've been wanting to pour them, but I didn't think it was a good idea to pour them on my YouTube channel, really. So what I'm gonna do is pour this. It may not take it all. It may take, hold on a second. Let's squishy it. It may have bubbles in it. We'll see. I didn't really want it clear, but it looks like that's what it's going to be. I got some other little molds. I'll go ahead and use the rest of this, and I'll come back when my epoxy is warm and we're ready to start on this clock. Alright, dinner's over, and I poured some resin in there. And so what I'm going to do is try and move it down and get it underneath where my numbers are supposed to be. That's what I want to do first. I want to get my numbers in there and try and make sure that they don't do a lot of moving around. So moving somewhat is fine, but I'm going to have it all over my hands, just trying to get the numbers stuck down here. Once I have them stuck down, then I think I'm in a better position to start putting decorations on. But I kind of want to get them stuck because they're backwards on this side, because this is the back side. I got a hair on my hand. That's what I need. I'm just eyeballing some of these numbers here. I will pour more up there so I can get it under those numbers also, because I want it under the numbers. Darn it. And I don't want to be dripping everywhere. Doggone it. Come on. I'm hoping it's under that 7 like it should be, but you never know. Move it up, get it in the epoxy, and then I'll move it back down to where it was. Dang hair. There's a piece right there too. Don't know what that. Gotta be King's hair. He's really the only one that has any kind of black in his hair. Alright. Now, let me pour some up there. Yeah, I am going to start decorating down there, but I kind of want to get it up there too, so I can get the rest of these numbers stuck under the epoxy. I know I don't have enough. I'm not sure whether I'm going to make it a color or not make it a color. I don't know yet. Something in that too. Doggone it. I'm not worried about getting it on the gloves. I'll get another pair of gloves once I get everything set the way I want it. Dang bubbles. Ain't the ones good, but I want it under it for sure. Oh, doggone it. Where is this stuff coming from? I guess it could be coming off my tool for all I know, really. Trying to make sure they got epoxy under them and around them and not, because they were stuck to the silicone, and I really don't want that to be that way. I'm dripping it everywhere. Okay. Yeah, let me get a clean pair of gloves here. Get this filled in. Okay. I got some I want to put in my sand. And figure out where I'm going to put it. Okay, yeah, I see the 9's moving. God bless it. Gonna have to get it back up there where it goes. Sure don't go there. Get back up there where you're supposed to be. Okay. Yeah, I can see some bubbles forming around that, but I don't know that it's going to make a difference. I was trying not to put them right up against the clock, but that may be the only way that stops it from moving, is to be against the edge. are almost there. Okay. Get some more paper towels out. I got all kinds of sea creatures here. I'm going to put some sand and some real shells down, but I don't know about the rest. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay. It's my sand. I'll pour some in the sand, mix it up. Not real sure how I want it to be. Except I really don't want it to move too much. And it doesn't have to be a big beach scene. I mean, it doesn't even really have to cover. I was gonna try and cover some of the numbers, but I'm not sure it will do that, and I don't want to move it. I don't want to move the number. Yep, I see I got my 6 crooked already. Come on, stay where you're supposed to be. I may not have gotten enough sand mixed up or done. Probably I have to do some more. Doesn't have to be a... I kind of wanted the bottom of it to be like the beach thing. I don't want the numbers to move though. And I think I might not have colored enough. Might not have colored enough sand. Stay where you're at, 7. Don't move. Alright, I'm going to have to make some more sand. And I'll show you how I did that. I think we could probably throw this, well, I don't know whether we need to throw the cup away. We can probably use that cup again. In some places, though, I need to go ahead and place my little starfish in the formation I want them to be in. And probably shells, because I'm going to put some some shells going to have to go over there. And I'll put sand over them. did have some abalone pieces I wanted to put in there, but I don't know now whether I want to do that or not. And I think I've got my shells going the wrong way. They need to be flipped up and going the opposite. On my little seashells, they need to be going the opposite way. Come on. There you go. There you go. I don't care about the little shells because they're gonna be what they're gonna be. I may dig some more out, I don't know yet. But I gotta mix up, I gotta get some more sand done first. Alright, let's throw this cup away. Thank God for little Dixie cups. The paper ones that you can just, I mean, I know they go to the landfill. Alright. I don't know how much more to do, but I'm going to get my sand back out and show you how I did it. Well, maybe I don't need to get it out. It's already there. Okay. This is the color sand I have. So I took that. Of course, I didn't do it with gloves on. See if I can get the tape loose. Alright. I just poured I may end up using it all. Actually, let's just use it all. Hopefully that'll work. Thanks to Miss April, because that's where I got it. And then I took Segwong metallic alcohol ink, light brown. Shook it up well. 2, 3, 4, 5, and squirt, and a couple more squirts. It won't take it long to dry. I just gotta mix it up. And if it doesn't all get the same color, I'm okay with that. I mean, some can be lighter. It's not that big a deal. Then what I did was I poured it, after I was done stirring it in the cup, I poured it out over here on a paper towel and let the alcohol ink dry. So that's probably what I'll do, because I don't want this color to come through in my project here. So I'm not sure if I got it well enough, but we're going to pour it out and spread it out. Yeah, there's still some lighter in there, but that's okay. We'll spread it out. Give it a few minutes for that to dry, for the alcohol ink to dry. And then we will go ahead and put what I got left here in that little cup for the sand. Of course, I wanted some white but I can mix up some more. I'm thinking that might be more than I needed, really. But I turned the heater on down here while I was upstairs. getting dinner for everybody. I turned the heater on down here to heat the room up, so my next time I'll just stick the jugs on the heat mat and let them heat up, because that was kind of crappy. I do have some bigger shells. I don't know. I didn't want to put real big shells in there. I want them to be flat enough that, see, I don't know if that's going to be flat enough. I had some smaller ones too, I think. Let's put a couple of little starfish over here too. Come on, get off my glove. Dang. I really think those shells are too big. Kind of want them to stay. And we can probably put some little shells up above where I put the sand down so far. I'm thinking my 6 is moving here. It looks like it did. Trying to keep it even with the number 12 here. Okay, let's see what I got here. Yeah, there's still some big shells. I can't use those big shells. Not in this one. I don't think they'll lay flat enough. Turn it the other way. It's just getting them off my glove. That's the problem. Yeah, you need to turn over the other way. You also need to turn. I guess you're not going to, are you? I'm not good at beach themed stuff. I don't live by the beach. Shoot. I'm not a big beach person. I don't, you know, I can't say I haven't been to the ocean, because I have. Yeah, I wanted some abalone pieces or mother of pearl pieces too. I thought I had left them set out. Man, quit sticking to me. Dang it. I had some little fish. I thought they would work, but they are not going to work. So that's not going to work for me. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm just going to start dropping them in there, and then I'll position them where I want them. I'm not sure if that one's too... Yeah, maybe, maybe not. Kind of hard to see if it's, yeah, it might be about even. I don't know, we'll see. If I think it's too big, I'll take it out. Alright, she gave me some like mother of pearl stuff too. And I thought I had left it set out because I intended upon using it. What did I do with it? There it is. I was going to kind of try and sprinkle some of this in there too. Down towards where the sand's going to be. I kind of like it, so I'm saving the upper portion there because I'm thinking that I'm going to put I don't know, I have some pictures that I was thinking about. Sea creatures. Was kind of thinking about those. I'm going to get some more sand anyway, so I just didn't want to cover all these up because they're too pretty to cover up. Okay, now up there, I don't want to go too high because I got to have room for where I'm going to put my other stuff. That's a pretty good chunk. That's okay. It's not higher than it needs to be, so we're fine. I have to babysit this for a while too, make sure I don't have a bunch of bubbles. And figure out what I'm doing. I kind of had some holographic ones, and I thought that might be kind of cool too, but I don't know. Alright, I'm going to say this sand is probably dry enough. Let's hope I can get it in the cup without making a mess here. Ooh. It don't matter, I can probably. Yeah, it don't really matter. I mean, I got some epoxy in there, but probably gonna pour some more over the top of it anyway. Just try and get it tapped into the resin so it, hopefully I'm not moving the numbers out of the way. Alright, let's see if I got enough out of there so I can stir it now. kind of don't want to, other than tap it a little bit, I don't want to do too much because I'll end up moving it like I have. I've moved the 4 already. That's what I was afraid of. Go back up there a little bit. I don't know if it's where it should be or not. I can't see. Yeah. Get off my... Trying not to move the 8 either, or the 7. Alright, I'm going to use the rest of it up, even if my beach isn't really the way I want it to be. Like I said, I don't live near a beach, so I don't usually do beach themes. Ain't no beaches here. Kind of try and cover up my shell, some of my shells. I don't want to cover them all, but just trying to make this so it doesn't look like it's all in one spot, like it's kind of flowing a little bit. I think I might have moved my 8 though. I'm not thrilled about that. Okay, 7's good. 6 could be down a little bit. 5's right up against the edge, so's the 4. Okay. Get some sand over the top of the shells a little bit. Alright, I didn't say I was good at it. Matter of fact, I said I wasn't good at it, and I'm thinking this shell's too big. Really. it doesn't want to lay down, and it's I find a flatter shell. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't want that. I want a flatter shell here. Didn't necessarily want it to be yellow, though. There's some little ones there. I don't want to move the 4 again. Doggone it. Yeah, some of them are going to stick up a little bit. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that, because I'm going to pour another coat over it. And I think the last coat's going to be, you know, I'm going to do some sort of blue. Yeah, I think. Okay. Now, I was hoping to have some fish, but I do not. I do not have fish. Because the little fish I had won't work. So, like I said, I have some, probably going to have to mix up some more epoxy, but right now I kind of want to babysit these numbers, make sure they're not moving around on me. It will have to have more, but I don't have much more in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pour out what I got around the center. And I'll clean my cup. Wipe my cup out, because I will have to mix some more. And I will mix it in this, but I'm not sure I'm going to put the coloring in this. You know, I kind of trying not to color up my new cups. Okay. Set it there. Okay. Now, this is where I wished you guys could talk to me and give me some advice, really. Really it is. Because I know these sea creatures are from, some are stickers from Let's Resin, but some are like cutouts. Now, normally on something like that, I would put it between some laminating paper before I put it in there. But I gotta put those back. I don't think that that's gonna be what I want to do. Don't turn. Supposed to stay there. I don't know if my 8 is turned or not. I'm hoping not. Alright, so I have to get some more paper towels out. Okay, let me see what I... Now see, this is a one-sided, which is fine. There's a little seal. Let me get you up so you can see this. There's a stingray. There's a seal. I have a little bit of grass and some bubbles and some shells. And then I have a whale, some octopus, a crab, some seashells, and a sea turtle. A jellyfish, a seahorse, and an orca. And another sea turtle. And this is pretty much the same. Then I have this octopus and this jellyfish. Now, those are all stickers. Those are one-sided and can be used. Now, on these, and they have, you can see that they have like, you're not going to be able to see it, but they have like a shiny coating on them. And you can see both sides. I just don't know how they will work. I mean, they're like punch outs. They're like cardboard. I like them. I like that they're two-sided. But I just don't know if something's going to happen to the color on them when I put them in there. And then I had the holographic, which are see-through. Come on. With, I've used some of these before. I kind of thought that would be cool too. I really like to, I think it is what it is. I'm going to put them in there and see what happens. I mean, the most I think it will do is, it'll bleed and I'll have to trash this clock and start again. I mean, if it does, it does. I don't want to trash it, but I will if I have to. So I was thinking like sticking this one, because a lot of times some of these are buried in the sand. I don't know if I can get him under the sand though. I really just wanted his tail under the sand. Really. I don't know if this particular one buries itself under the sand. I know that some do. Alright. Let me get you back down. I'm going to go with them. I mean, they could ruin the clock, but then they might not. So, we'll see what happens. I stuck it down there. Seems to be there. I got something wanting to float here. The shells, they're going to stick up some. There's nothing I can do about that. But I don't think they're that much higher than the clock, so I think I'll be okay. I may not put any waves in it. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not one for doing waves either. Last time I tried it, it didn't work out so hot. But I'm thinking, like, I really liked, where's the, didn't I have like a, well, those are stickers, and I didn't really want to use them, but I do like this octopus, and I like this jellyfish. So we may just peel them out and put them in there. And that may be something I don't know if I'm going to be able to do with gloves on. Come on, come on, come on. These ones that are see-through can go up there a little higher. Because down towards the beach, I want to put, you know, some other stuff there. Get out of there, Bubble. I just don't want bubbles under it. I mean, some bubbles I don't care about. You know, it is an ocean theme. Some bubbles I'm not going to worry about too much. Okay. Alright, I like that one. Now, I also like this octopus too. And I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I kind of want it. I mean, I may not put that many in there. Yeah, I don't know where I'm putting him yet. I'll stick him right there for now. If I have to move him, I have to move him, but I kind of want to. Trying to get him down under the sand a little bit anyway, just like I did the other one. I think because these are less resin, they're already coated to be used in resin, because I don't see any colors bleeding on it. I don't see any colors bleeding on any of them, but I'm not sure if that's where I want to put the turtle. I should have went with the smaller turtle, really, but maybe I'll just not put the octopus in there. I kind of want it in there, but it's kind of big. So the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I take the turtle out. before I move the jellyfish somewhere. But I would want the octopus down towards the sand, because for the most part, I'm sure they stay further under the water. Maybe I'll use a smaller sea turtle. Okay, where's my tweezers? And I need a paper towel, because I'm going to need to wipe that one off, because I've already got resin on it. Darn it, Kay, don't stick your towel in the resin, goofball. Here I am trying to make this. I don't know. I'm trying to hurry is what I'm trying to do. Because I know that last video was pretty long, and I'm pretty sure no one watched it till the very end. It was long. And I was trying not to make this one as long as that one. So, like I said, there's no oceans here, so I'm just winging it. I will just let him lay out and let the epoxy dry on him. I've wiped most of it off, so he can lay over there and let it dry. Okay. Alright. Where am I gonna put that? Kinda wanted it up, then maybe I ought to move him up there. Let's move him up there like he's jumping up out of the water. That's what I say. Let's make it look like he's jumping up out of the water. It's a lot of bubbles. Trying to make sure I push them out underneath there. My epoxy's starting to get thick. I need to hurry up and at least get the rest of the stuff in there that I'm putting in. I might even put the little sea turtle in there too. Alright, we're going to put him right here. Get off my glove. God bless it. I'm sorry. The more I seem to hurry, the worse it seems to get here. Trying to get the bubbles out from underneath him a little bit, somewhat, anyway. And I know I'm going to have to put some more epoxy in here, but I was kind of waiting. I thought I was going to do like a blue. I don't know that I'm going to do any waves. I had planned on it, but I think I'm just gonna go with what I got going. It is a beach, like ocean theme. So, alright, so let's take this little turtle, because he's smaller. And we will put him down here towards the bottom. Okay. Alright. I don't know that there's any... I mean, I know there's some smaller jellyfish. There's some bubbles. There's a sea lion. There's some coral. I think I pretty much already... I got a big jellyfish. I got a stingray. Got some shells. Maybe put a little greenery down here somewhere. Do I want it over here? Maybe. Let's put it right here. I think I had more of the greenery, but I used it. Alright, that starfish we got. You need to get your tail down in there. Okay, so I don't know whether I would add the bubbles or the shells. I mean, there's a little octopus there. I already got some starfish in there. And I don't know, I think the bubbles are all, looks to me like they're all one piece, so I'm not sure where I would put them. I mean, I may see if I could find another. Oh, how about a little seahorse? I think we need a little seahorse in here. Because we don't have one. So, where shall we put him? Let's I'm going to put him over here by the number 3. Yep. will probably babysit this for a little while, because I don't want my numbers moving. I don't know what some of this crap looks like, a piece of black epoxy. My 8 moved up where I didn't want it. Okay, 6 looks good, 12 looks good. Okay, well, other than his tail sticking up, which I want to put more epoxy in there, but I want this to cure first. Okay, well, I hope it looks good. I hope she likes it, even without the waves. I mean, I kind of got the beach thing going on, but you know, I don't go to the beach enough to really know what beaches look like, so. I will put another coat on, and I think, like I said, the next coat's going to be, I think the next coat's going to kind of be, you know, I picked out cerulean blue, and I picked out teal from Pinata. And I just had to pick out which one I like. It's pretty dark, but I mean, if I'm only going to put 1 drop in the resin to give it a tint, it's not that bad. And this one probably is almost, it may almost be about the same color, actually. Yeah, they're both about the same color. So I could go with either color and be okay. I wished I could get this in the curing machine, but that's not going to happen. And I'm hoping that everything stays fairly level this time. Let me kind of clean up my mess there. I got to put Mr. Allen and Miss Jeannie in the blessing jar. I need to get my mess cleaned up, and we will be back for the next, for the back of it, to pour the back, probably in the morning. I'm going to sit and watch it for just a little while longer, because I really want it to, I don't want the numbers to move, and I kind of want, you know, everything to stay where I put it. So I will probably watch it for a little while longer, and then we will be back in the morning for the second part. Good night for now. Alright, good morning everyone. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now, I had to take my Dremel tool and flatten out some of these shells because they're sticking out for some reason, and I thought the leveling boards were level. It seems to be more at the bottom than there is at the top. So I'm going to have to be careful with the last that I'm pouring, or it's going to run off. Actually, tell you the truth, I may stick a stick underneath that one because I don't want it running off. I don't. And scoot this up towards me as much as I can, so that way I want some down there. I just don't want it running off the edge. And that one, since it had sand and shells and everything else in it, seems to be fuller down there. So this is what it looks like so far. I can't decide whether I want to do the tealy blue or just a light blue. So I'm going to look at the blue and see what it looks like. And see if I want, that's midnight blue. I don't want midnight blue. I want a blue, but not that one. There's a turquoise now. Where's my blues at? Magenta, no. There's a sapphire blue, which is dark. I thought I had just a blue. I think there was just a blue somewhere. There. I'm not real sure what I want, really. I heated my epoxy up on my heat mat. I have a little heater going down here now to warm the room up. So I got some more stuff to do after this, but I don't know where I'm gonna move this to be able to work on what I need to work on. Alright, so let me get a paper towel here. I don't know. I don't want it to be real dark blue, but I thought if I just put maybe one drop in there, it wouldn't be too dark. Yeah. I kind of am liking the blue. If I just get one drop in it, I like this one too. I just think it's too greeny for what I want. Alright, I think I'm going to go with the blue. I think that's what I want. And, you know, the only wave she's getting is this. I'm not putting waves in it. I already had too much. I will put, however, I got some Marabu alcohol ink rainbow, which will give it a little bit of, it'll give it a little bit of shimmer, which is what I want. It looks much better. The epoxy looks much better since I heated it up. Really, it does. I don't need a lot of this, but I do want it to kind of shimmer. Okay. Okay, and hopefully I can get just one drop of this out. It's leaking out the side. It's good enough. I don't want much more than that. I don't really know how this is gonna look anyway. I mean, if I don't like it and I don't think it's dark enough for the water, then I'll put some more in there, but I think I'm gonna be fine. Trying to get it off the side of the cup here. I don't want it stuck to my cup. I don't want you staying in my cup. Actually, I don't know if that's going to be dark enough, really. I wanted it a little bit bluer in that. This lid. Okay, that's 3 drops. Along with the other 2 drops that I got in there the last time. We'll see. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that blue a lot better than I did the other. And like I said, it should have a shimmer, because I did put the Marabu in there, so it'll give it some sort of shimmer. Better stop doing that so fast, or I might have a bunch of bubbles in it. I didn't have bubbles in it earlier. Alright, I want to get another stick just in case I have to prop that up higher. Let me find another stick here. I had a whole stack of them over there. Must have put them away. Get a couple more sticks just in case. Alright, here goes nothing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get much down there. I really don't want to pour a whole lot down there. And I don't want it running down there, really, because it's going to run over if it does. I didn't mix up a lot because I didn't think I was going to need a lot to cover it. I'll just kind of move it around. I wanted to start another video. I mean, it wasn't going to be a clock, but I don't know that I'm going to get to yet, unless I find a way to move this out of my way, which means I have no leveling board because this is sitting on both my leveling boards. Alright, set that over there. Try and push this around and get my clock covered here. Yeah, I do need some of it to go down there, I do. I thought I had made up enough, but I at least need some to go over those shells where I sanded them off. It doesn't have to have a real thick coat because I don't want it running over. But I do need some to go down there. Come on. Down the end there. I just flipped it around because that end seemed to be a whole lot fuller than the top end. So I thought, well, maybe the table wasn't as level as I thought it was, or as level as the board said it was. So I flipped it around. And I'm hoping this looks more... Yeah, it should look beachy enough, I would think. Put a little bit more over there. I gotta get that covered. Get those. I really want them covered in where I had to sand the back of them off because they were sticking out. And I will get my heat gun out and blow it around and try and make sure it's level enough. I probably could have poured another few ounces in there and been okay. I don't know, it looks like it's full down here at this end. I'm just trying to get the bottom end covered. Make sure those shells are covered over where I sanded, because I did, some of them I had to sand quite a bit, and I had a couple of those pieces of mother of pearl that were sticking up too high, so I had to do those too. Okay. Let me get my heat gun, and I will alright. Heat gun, kind of blow it around. Make sure it's leveled off. Make sure it's kind of smooth down there. Where did I put it? I know I put it up last night. Yeah, I took it off the floor because I don't like having stuff on the floor because I end up tripping over it. God bless it. Hold on, I'm going to have to unplug my phone for a minute. My phone's charging, but I can't plug anything in there. Come on. Just trying to unplug you for a minute here. Dang it. And my dog's up there barking just because I made a noise. Alright. Usually you can take your heat gun and level out any spots that you have. And like a few times when I checked something and it wasn't done and I left me you can do it, not always, but sometimes you can take your heat gun if you've left a spot in it and you can fix that spot. So I've done it before when I've touched something or left a fingernail mark in something. I've been able to get that out. Plus, you know, I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind having a few, there's a hair there. I don't mind having a few air bubbles, and I'm sure I have some already. Oh, bless it. Dang dog hair. Let's see another one. Something in there. I got a mess right there. I don't know what's going on right there. Yeah, I see a spot there. Doggone it. I might have to mix up a little bit more, because I don't want big spots left back there. And it's not. Yep. Looks like I might have to mix up just a little bit more. See a couple more. I'm assuming they're hairs. Doggone it. Something else. I don't know what that is. It ain't a hair though. Piece of sand, I think. Alright, I'm going to mix up just a tad more, just to get that spot smoothed out. And then we'll be back when it's ready to unmold. Alright, good morning, y'all. Hopefully this is ready to be taken out. I hope. Should be. I got a little... It started to spill over up here a little bit, so I'm going to have to do some trimming, but for the most part, we should be hopefully good, I hope. Hope everything's covered good. And alright. 2 clocks down, 2 more to go. So, yeah, it does have some overpour. And it has a slight blue tint. I should have tinted it more. But, let me get it up some so you can see the whole thing. Alright, no waves, but hey, needs a little bit of trimming for some overpour. Put some glow-in-the-dark hands on it. Some of the numbers will glow. 7, oh wow, I kind of covered the, well, you can see them on that side. I don't know, I mean, I know that some of them will glow pretty good. I'm thinking I need some more. I'm thinking I need some more light. Ten's gonna glow. It'll glow. We can turn the light out over here. Of course, we got the window light coming in the window, but head's glowing. I think the 7 will glow. Six might glow. Four's gonna glow. I don't think those darker numbers glow as well. I mean, I guess it just depends on how much light they get. They're going to glow somewhat, but not as well as the rest. They're glowing as well as can be expected anyway. All right. Well, I kind of like that. I kind of like the way it turned out. You know, I don't think it's bad looking. No. I mean, I wish it would have been a little darker, but it'll work. It will work. Now I just need to do my trim, get a picture taken, and I won't be putting the parts on them as of yet because I am going to have to pack these up to go to, at least 2 of them I gotta pack up to go to Georgia. So I will be taking a picture of it and I will post it. I did order some glow-in-the-dark hands from Walmart. So we will be putting, since I have to ship them, I don't think I'm going to put the hands on them. I think they will have to put the clock mechanism and the hands on them. I'm not going to be able to do that because they'll get all bent up. I don't think it's going to matter how I had to turn the heater on down here yesterday to get it to keep it warm down here. Otherwise, I think it would have taken it longer to cure if I hadn't of. So I turned the heater on and shut the door and just heated this room up. Come on. Alright, it's still going to have some sanding done. But I will take a picture of it. At least this one's not bubbled at the top. So I think putting it on both the leveling boards helped. Alright, let me get my shout outs done. And then I'll try and get this video up later. I got some notebooks to do. I don't know what tomorrow's project's going to be yet. Haven't figured out what I'm doing. Wanda's Blessed Creations, Stacy _ the Crafty Cat, India Brady Art by me, Andrew Walker, Billy Holman Creations, Cosmic Carols Creations, at Artsy Doodles 1, My Love of Crafts, Butch's Resin Creations, Dragons and Dresses Craftsorium, Created with Wingless Angels, TLC's Handmade Hayloft, Roseanne's Crafting Corner, Coral Marine's Resin Art, Marvelous Artsy, Crafting with Carla, Cynthia's Crafts and More, Amy's Resin Corner, Sam I Am Resin Crafts, Kat Johnson, Mini Scenes GB, Easel Does It Studio, excuse me, Martha's Craft Room, Ruby's Resin Studio, Custom Created Handmade Crafts, Mama's Madhouse Creations, Clear Creations, The Blue Elephant Gifts, Creepy Crafts, Gert Creates, Patricia's Crafting Corner, June's Sunshine Crafts, Rab Critter, Bright Star Creative, Artist Resin, The Resiner's Poorhouse, Lori, aka Midwest Meemaw. That's all my shout outs. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.